Now, I know you're probably wondering, you clicked onto this video with the mindset that eating healthy is expensive, but it really isn't. If you just really think about it and you're just smart with your buys, it's not that expensive. And my first action step for you is to just cut out all the unnecessary things for your health. Cut out the alcohol, cut out the chocolate, cut out the crisps, cut out all the unnecessary things, and just the things that are no good for your health. And you'll come to realize that just doing that alone will literally increase your budget. And then you've got so much more money to just spend solely on health foods. And now eating healthy doesn't have to be steaks every night. And I know a lot of people have that perception, and I did for a bit actually, because I watched this carnivore guy called Dr. Sean Baker, or at least I follow him, and he eats like steak every night. And I always look in his comments and everyone's putting like, oh, but eating healthy is so expensive. We can't all afford steaks every night. And I understand, but you don't have to eat steaks every night to be healthy. Now, eating steaks every night would be perfect. It'd be optimal because steaks are just delicious and they're very, very healthy, especially when you get them from a good source. But obviously not everyone has the money for that. So what would my suggestion be to you? My suggestion, after you've cut out all the unnecessary garbage, would be, well, here's one buy that I get quite often, and it's a relatively low price, and you get quite a lot. I have this quite a lot throughout the week, and if you go to Aldi, if you're from the UK, Aldi, they have beef mince, 25% fat, which is obviously good. Also, you will notice the lower fat mince is usually more expensive. So actually, because we're getting the higher, because everyone gets the low fat mince, everyone thinks that's the healthier version. So they raise the price for that and they lower the price for the higher fat one, because no one really gets the higher fat one because everyone thinks it's bad for you, and so no one really gets it. But obviously that's wrong. So yeah, 25% fat beef mince. It doesn't have to be beef mince, by the way. It can be lamb mince, even pork mince, whatever. And for 500 grams, it's £2.29. £2.29. And that usually does me one meal. It could even do your 2 meal, because if you bulk it up a little bit, I mean, like if you're trying to lose weight, it's not like you're trying to eat a hell of a lot anyway. Obviously, I'm young, I'm 16, I'm trying to bulk, so I'm going to obviously eat more than people who want to lose weight, or people older than me even. So, yeah, that's just one example. Beef mince, 25% fat for £2.29, which is quite a bargain, really. It's not that expensive for what you get. And then I get my eggs from a fruit and veg shop. And now you're probably wondering, oh, it's from a fruit and veg shop and all this stuff. It's probably going to be expensive. It's really not. I get 30 eggs for £6, but my mum obviously buys a tray of 2, so we get 60 eggs for £12, and that usually lasts us a week. And here's the thing, it'll probably last you much longer than what it lasts me. I eat a lot of food, obviously. I eat a lot of eggs. I eat about 5 to 10, maybe even 12. It depends on the day, but I at least eat around 5 eggs. So it lasts me a week for 2 trays, but a tray for you could last you a week. Who knows, even longer maybe. Yeah, so 30 eggs for £6, that's relatively cheap as well. And there's so much more things you can buy that are actually healthy and at a good price. And yeah, they may not be like grass-fed and stuff. Obviously the beef mince from Aldi, it may not be grass-fed or from a butcher's, but at least you're making choices that will improve your health. And these foods that are grass-fed and like top quality foods are just investments for the future. These are things you can have while you're waiting, while you're saving up to be able to, or you're building yourself to as a person, so then you can afford these grass-fed and other high-quality foods. Another thing as well, chicken thighs. We usually go to Costco to get ours, but I think, you get about a kilo for only a few quid, and that lasts us quite a while. And there's so much more as well. These are only a few examples that I often have at a relatively low price, and that's what I mean. Just cut the unnecessary things, and you'll notice that you'll have so much more of a budget to play with, and then you'll be able to afford these foods that are not even expensive. I mean, like, honestly, yeah, that's all I have to say, really. So just cut out all the unnecessary garbage and start to look for foods. They don't have to be grass-fed. They don't have to be like from butchers and stuff. As long as you're just getting single ingredient foods, meat, eggs, vegetables, fruit, whatever. And you'll start to notice that eating healthy is really not expensive. It's just we've been brainwashed that. And also, not only that, you've just been buying processed foods and stuff, which are way more expensive than healthy foods, especially when you bulk buy them for the whole family, you know what I mean? So that's all I have to say. And I hope I've gave you some knowledge to be able to now take with you and make a positive change for your or your family's health. So, and one last thing I will say. You can make foods in bulk as well. That's another thing. Like what my mum will do sometimes is we'll have like chili or something like that, or trying to think of something else, or a curry or something like that. Just make something. Obviously use single ingredients and things, and make it at home yourself. But if you just like if you just buy loads of foods and then just bulk it up for the whole family, that's another meal that's really cheap. So already, I've kind of just proved you that eating healthy is not actually expensive. You just need to sit down and think about it more. And I'm telling you, you will overcome it. So I hope I've helped you in the video. Thank you for watching. And one last thing again. I forgot to mention at the start, I am offering 1 month, 1 hour, one-to-one coaching calls on Patreon, where I will help you improve your health and fitness, or if you're currently going through any problems, I'll help you overcome that. So if you are interested, click on the link in the description down below. But yeah, thank you for listening. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.